Hey, this is Geneva Robbins. This is a little clip of a podcast we've done. You can check out the podcast on Spotify and Apple Music and YouTube Music. Enjoy.
Yes. So even though sometimes it can be very scary, like you said, you're vulnerable, but definitely it's worthwhile.
Mm-hmm. It
Yeah,
is.
for sure.
That's where all the juiciest stuff lies, is like at the end of the
Yeah.
branch. You're quivering and quaking every
Yeah.
moment. But then one part of you that's one thing that I've been really exploring because FYI, this podcast makes me feel incredibly vulnerable. So if you're thinking about
Mm.
doing a podcast yourself, do it. And it might have your knees knocking, but I've been really exploring vulnerability. And when you're doing something that your heart says, yes, do this.
Mm.
And um, and so one of the things that I've noticed is that it's not all parts of me that are vulnerable. There's a space inside me that is completely comfortable. It knows that this
Mm.
is the path, and there's a solid, steady, warm, comforting feeling inside. And then there's another part of me that is freaking out because it's all new. So
Hmm.
um it's what Brene Brown calls the FFT, the effing first time.
Mm.
So when you do something new, it creates a big wave of vulnerability, but vulnerability
Absolutely.
is just the feeling you have before courage kicks in. And I think courage, that living from that heart space, is underneath it all. And so it's all
Hmm.
about finding a practice that can get you connected into that heart space, that soulful space, the space that is eternal and isn't afraid of anything because it's lived forever and will live forever and is connected to all of the universe and all of the universe's wisdom. And that space inside you, some people might call it the soul or the spirit. That space inside you has so much resources of wisdom and energy, and it's calm, it doesn't get ruffled by things. And when we can tap into that space, then it can lead us through a whole bunch of turmoil. Our mind kicks.
Absolutely. Yeah. But it's, the ego with all the fears that you have to wade through and get through to get to that space.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the challenge, is not listening
Yeah.
to that voice in your head that is fearful and
Yeah.
telling you, no, this is dumb, this isn't going to work. No, no, no. Stay where
Mm-hmm.
you are, stay safe.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
Have
do
the
anything new.
illusion of safety. Have the
Well,
illusion of
yes.
safety,
Yes.
even though where you are is incredibly uncomfortable. And so our ego will keep us stuck,
Yeah.
even though we're literally dying. We
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
can't break out of the space we're in. We feel like kind of underneath all of life, and it's piling up, piling up, piling up. Um, and the ego will be like, well, that's comfortable, so just stay there. We'll just find better
Mm-hmm.
ways of managing the discomfort, instead of moving into something that is unknown, because everything unknown is scary. So this has
Mm-hmm.
been my
Mm-hmm.
experience. I can only speak for myself.
Yeah.
So,
Nope. I'm there with you.
if you, dear listener, have a question or a comment about this, please go to lunaholistic.com/podcast and you can record a question about any of this. Of if you're finding your way in your life, or you are sort of at a crossroads, or maybe you have just a little feeling, a tremor inside that there's something more that you need to do and you're not quite sure what it is yet. Please leave a question in you can record it on a little widget on our webpage there. And we'd love to answer any of your questions about the stuff, because I'm absolutely fascinated how people navigate through their lives, big decisions and small decisions, um and yeah, and so we'd love to help you with any of that. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please share with someone amazing. Like and subscribe. Check out more at lunaholistic.com.